Liaison section, all present or accounted for.
Deployed to support group, all present or accounted for.
Personnel be decorated. Center. March.
Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy Marine Corps Commendation Medal, Gold Star in lieu of a third award to Lieutenant Colonel David W. Thatcher, Jr., United States Marine Corps, for meritorious service while serving as a logistics officer, 1 MACE, Northwest Detachment, Fort Lewis, Washington, United States Marine Corps Forces, Pacific, from 21 January 1997 to 31 December 1999. Throughout this period, Lieutenant Colonel Thatcher performed his duties in an exemplary and highly professional manner. Displaying exceptional resourcefulness and superior leadership ability, he planned, organized, and directed all facets of the logistics section of the newly formed Fort Lewis Detachment. His efforts were instrumental in the detachment's successful deployment to the Republic of Korea for 3 successive Lt.Col focus lens exercises. His knowledge, industry, and skills were the keys to the success of the detachment's mission. By his enthusiasm, professionalism, and unwavering devotion to duty, Lieutenant Colonel Thatcher upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Services. Given this 15th day of March 2000, T.J. Nicholson, Brigadier General, United States Marine Corps. Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy Marine Corps Commendation Medal, Gold Star in lieu of a second award to Lieutenant Colonel William P. Goggins, Jr., United States Marine Corps, for outstanding meritorious service as a liaison officer and UFL action officer, 1 MACE, Northwest Detachment, from 15 July 1996 to 31 December 1999. As the Northwest Detachment's Lt.Col Focus Lens Action Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Goggins coordinated the myriad of details of deploying Northwest Detachment Marines to the Republic of Korea for Lt.Col Focus Lens. He demonstrated an endless quest for excellence by ensuring the lessons learned were compiled for 3 consecutive UFL exercises and made available to the detachment in the form of unit training and in post-exercise exchange of information, proving his operational administrative mental. Demonstrating initiative and foresight, Lieutenant Colonel Goggins recognized the values of advanced marksmanship training for detachment Marines and spearheaded detachment regular participation in the Joint Pacific Northwest Pistol Small Arms Firing School at Fort Lewis, Washington. By his untiring efforts to carry out his duties with unfailing good judgment, effectiveness, and total devotion to duty, Lieutenant Colonel Goggins reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. Given this 15th day of March 2000, T.J. Nicholson, Brigadier General, United States Marine Corps. Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal to Sergeant Al Fankner, Jr., United States Marine Corps, for meritorious service as the Global Command Control Operator, 1 MACE, Northwest Detachment, Marine Forces Reserve, from 30 January 1997 to 30 October 1999. Sergeant Fankner was assigned to the Global Command and Control System Korea Terminal with the 1 MEF COC during UFL 99. While standing 12-hour watches, he established and maintained communication links with the GCCS-K network. He pioneered new methods of retrieving information using GCCS-K that increased the COC watch awareness. His extensive computer skills increase the effectiveness of the GCCS-K by identifying and reporting system deficiencies and by operating the command and control PC application. Sergeant Fankner also designed and implemented the unit's multifunctional website, which has enabled the unit to rapidly disseminate information to all unit members. Sergeant Fankner's exemplary and outstanding achievement brought credit upon himself and were in keeping with the highest tradition of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. Given this 15th day of March 2000, T.J. Nicholson, Brigadier General, United States Marine Corps.
What's the order, sir?
Official orders from Commanding General 1 MACE to Colonel William Sutherland. On 25 March 2000, you will be relieved as OIC of the 1 MACE Remote Site Detachment, Fort Lewis, Washington. Signed, T.J. Nicholson, Commanding General. From Commanding General 1 MACE to Colonel Steve Farrow. On 25 March 2000, you will assume your post as the OIC 1 MACE Remote Site Detachment, Fort Lewis, Washington. Signed, T.J. Nicholson, Commanding General.
Master Gunnery Sergeant, go to the organizational colors of the officer in charge.
Each organization is equipped with a national flag and an organizational flag. When carried by an individual on foot or displayed from a fixed location, the national flag is called the national color. When in garrison or on board ship, the colors of an organization are kept in the office of the commander. The transfer of the organizational color in today's ceremony is symbolic of the transfer of command from the outgoing officer in charge to the incoming officer in charge. Flowers are now being presented to Mrs. Jeannie Sutherland as a token of her faithful support of Colonel Sutherland and for her support to the detachment as the key volunteer.
Okay, I got the talking stick first. And the old Irish author, I can't think of who it was, the Angel's Ashes guy, McCourt, or somebody got to his mother much further down the road, and she said 3 basic things in life, and he took that to his heart when you come up in life. One is show up, wear a clean shirt, and tell the truth, which I thought was pretty good stuff to keep it short and sweet. But there's a 4th one, and that's keep it short, so I'll try to do that. Coming up for the first time to the Northwest Detachment, particularly with the team that we brought up this time, we got to do many things, this being the best. And awarding those folks those medals and reading them today and seeing what they did last year and the year before kind of brings it home on what the real job is when you've got different sites out there where they're, I'm not saying out of sight and out of mind, but we tend to get a we-they relationship type thing going where you're kind of running autonomous. When we come up into a situation where we visit and see a place like this Northwest Detachment, all those thoughts, all those fears, all those hesitations go away. It is so squared away up here. It's scary. The 2 gents you see in front of you, which I'll speak more of in a moment, are a big reason for that. But all those folks that are standing out there in front of you are the ones that make it happen. The thing that I've realized as an East Coast type of guy, when I get out here, the demographics of the West Coast is the depth of talent and capability that we have in all these little places. Particularly in the reserves, where they can cross-train between the Boeings, the Microsofts, and what they bring from the civilian sector. But to honor my 4th accent there is keep it short. I would like to thank a couple of people. The key volunteers also took advantage to be up on this weekend to do their training. That was completed excellent square. Many thanks to Susan Williams that orchestrated it and all the ladies that showed up and went through that thing today on the program, which again, as we talked about, is a very thankless in many ways until the balloon goes up and then you realize the full value and importance of it. To Bill Sutherland and Jeannie, thank you very much. Steve Farrell already said it this morning. You're not really going away. The term that Steve used, I believe, was OIC Emeritus. So you're the council, and we've got an absolute invite back at any time. Of course, you're probably ready to head south and stay south. But Bill, you can't trade off the time, the years, the experience. I think you said 4 times with the same unit in Korea. It's that kind of depth of experience that I talked about that one you hate to see go down the road. But
thank you, General, and welcome everyone. This is not only our drill center, this is the drill center of Lieutenant Colonel Mike Cohn, who has made this our home and a very good home. And we want to thank Colonel Combs again and his team. Sergeant Major squared us away. You might have seen him in here earlier telling us just what to do. Doesn't sound quite right, but that's the way the Marine Corps works. People who know what's going on give the orders. Thank you again, Sergeant Major. I'm going to keep this short too, but I know I do have some thank yous out there. And before I get to those, I'm going to remind everybody of a movie I liked. It was called A Dirty Dozen. And one of the questions was, as the general walked up and down the line inspecting the troops, he says, these boys are pretty, but can they fight? Well, I'm going to answer that real quickly. The way we fight, we usually use computers. And I'll tell you, we do one hell of a job. If war is half as tough as those exercises, we'll really kick some ass. But let's keep it this simple. I have never worked with a federal organization in the Marine Corps more professional. Admittedly, their staff, they better know what they're doing. But these people also know how to get out of their own way when they deploy. We have some other people who have helped us, and that's the Navy. They've helped us with some great support medically. I want to thank any of those service members who were not in the Marine Corps, but our fellow service members. I also want to thank individuals in the unit. First of all, I want to start with the Sergeant Major, our acting Sergeant Major, Master Gunnery Sergeant Hill. Master Gunnery Sergeant Hill is somebody whose job was to tell the best I've ever done in my life. If you can make it better, and I know you can because of how good you are, it's going to be outstanding beyond belief. Take charge of Marine and carry out the training schedule.
Well, I certainly want to echo something that the General said. He said it's relationships, and that's really what it is. It's relationships. It's looking to